Today we are going to see the topic as uh, errors in Python and how to handle that errors. Okay, and to handle that error in Python, there is a concept called exceptions. It is not in the Python, in Java also. In many programming language, there is a concept called an exceptions. Okay, but first we'll talk about an error. How you define the error? If you ask someone in the terms of programming, if I want to ask like, can you define the error, or what kind of error is there in the program? We face the
So
many
they
error,
can
right?
be
For example, any kind of error you can define.
like not valid, like
Yeah,
uh,
so error means something there is a wrong. Either it may be a syntactically a wrong,
yes,
okay, or else you can say that something a logically wrong. So that is an error. So some of the error which must be handled in the programs. Okay. So there are some kind of error which occur at compile times. Okay, this is a differentiate between the error, the compile time error. Means while during the running, it will show the error. And one of the program is errors are runtime errors. Means after complete executions, it will throw the error. So which are the compile time error? The syntactically ones. For example, there is an indentation problem. So before they run the program, it throw the error that is a this. And the runtime means what? Suppose there is a very famous error. Even you can see this if in any calculator or in any mathematical calculator or any mathematical softwares. Any number, if you try to divide it by zero, so that is an error, which is nothing but can't divide by zero. So these are the exceptions actually. Okay. So there are some runtime of error. And to handle this kind of error, we have a concept called exception handling. Okay. So to handle the error, runtime error, there is a concept of exception. First, I will show you the error, what kind of error we have, and then how to handle that. Okay. And if you're not handling such an error, what will be the problem? That also we are going to see, and then how to handle that error. Okay. So let's take one simple example so that you'll come to know how much important to handle an error. Just take one regular example. I'm saving this program in our folder. So in document, there is a folder called this. So I'm writing exp1 Python. Okay. Assume that I'm writing one of the program called print, a simple message that is a normal flow one. Okay. So go there. Normal flow one. Okay. Let me print it multiple times. Normal flow one, two, three, four. One, two, three, in the four. Okay. If I simply run this program, I'll get a normal flow one, two, three, four. There's no problem. It's simple print statement. But assume that after line number one, I'm writing some kind of code. That code may be the any kinds. For example, let's say I have one of the list, okay, and where I have three number, one comma two comma three. Perfect. After this, I'm trying to access the L of 5. So now it's clearly seen that in the list there is only three number are there, and we are trying to access the index as a 5. So it is an actual an error now, right? Then see what will be the output. Normally we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and after the execution of this program, you will come to know what is the problem with an error. See, This line is executed successfully because until there is a no code and no error. But after that, there is only an index of 0, 1, 2, and we are trying to access the index 5. So it's giving an error, index error, list out of the range.
Yes,
Here
sir.
the problem is more bigger because once we got the error, all the further lines will be not get executed. It will terminated at the same time. Okay. Just imagine we have 1,000 lines of code, and in second line we are getting some kind of this error. So our 998 lines will not be get executed. So that is the biggest problem. Okay. To handle this kind of scenario in Pythons or in many programming language, there is a concept called exception handling. Okay. So that's going to we can see exception handling. Okay. There are so many kinds of error. As of now, we have seen the index errors. So this is also the one kind of error. Let me show you the different kind of error so that will come to know how many types of errors are there. This is the index error. Okay, let me define here. So this is called index error. Perfect. Now let me. I have one of the number like n is equal to 10 is there, and I'm trying to do x is equal to n divided by 0, and I'm trying to print n here. So x here. See. So as of just we seen, if we try to divide any number by 0, then we'll get the error, and that error is nothing but 0 division error. Let me run once again. See, 0 division error. So this is also the one kind of error, and just because of error, the all further lines are not executable. Okay. So let me put this code after the line number 2. So this flow 2. And what is error? This is in 0 division
Sir,
error.
your voices are not audible.
The screen is visible. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir, but it's stuck.
Okay, the voice issue is there. Na? Right. 1 second, I can put my headphone. Mm.
Yes, now it is visible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear now?
Yes, I can.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, sir.
Am I audible now? Hello. Yes. Now audible, right?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, perfect. So what we are saying, we are trying to see the different kind of error. Okay. So error occur at any kinds, like it may be the index error or it may be a 0 division error. Okay. So, but whenever the error occur, now if you see that if I'm trying to execute, the two lines are get executed, normal flow 1 and 2, because the error occurs after line number 2. So this is a real problem. in while writing a code. Now our job is to how to handle this kind of error. So to handle this kind of an error, there is a concept of exception handling. Okay. And wherever we want, like wherever we feel that this line maybe give an errors or it will throw errors, at that time, that particular line we can put into the try and expect block exception as okay. Here we can print that e. So this is a block, whichever the code we feel that it will throw an error, that code you can put within this try and expect block, as simple as. Okay. So now if we see our code, we can able to predict that this line may be throw an errors. Okay. So wherever we feel that this may give an error, that particular code we can put into the try catch block. You can see that we know this is an throwing an error. I can put the try indentation, same thing. After that, you can write expect, EXCEPT, except exception is a capital EXCEP, exception as a E, sorry, E. They can print here PRINT, print. Now the same code is there. Just because of having this error, you are not able. Okay, this slide must be here. Okay, so we feel that this may give an error, so that that particular code we are surrounded with the try and the expect block. Okay, now if I run this program, we can check the output. Normal flow 1, normal flow 2. Here the error is comes, but that error is handled perfectly just because of this try and expect block, but it will not affected all the further line after error. So this is the reason why we need this is code. Otherwise, there is 1,000 lines of code and we're getting an error in two, three, third lines. So all the further lines will be get affected just because of we are not handling that error. So the try and expect is a block which help out to handle this error, and all further line will maybe smoothly get works. Okay, you got the main concept of exception. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now tell me if I'm remove this tab, whether this program will throw error or it will now handle the exceptions. What it will do? After seeing this code, what you feel that?
Uh,
Here is an error, which is error that is index error, right? Correct, na? This is an error, verbal. How many content are there? One, two, three. And what we are accessing? The fifth one, right? Hello, have you got disconnected? Just a second. We'll try to connect. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one second, one second. You disconnected, right? Let me share the screen once again. So where we are one of the code where we handle the error, and we are in the second patch. See, so this is the lines of code. Here is an index error, and here we handle the error. The question is whether it will throw error or it will execute all the normal code. After seeing this code, what do you
Yes, I, yes.
whether it is throwing error or it will execute? What would it do?
Sir will throw error.
It is throw error because the error line number is 2. As
Yes.
usual, if the line is on second number, so all the further line will be get disturbed. So in the program, we can write multiple try catch also. Okay, that is a possible. Try and the expect. Okay, here we thought that it will throw error. So if we simply put that error into try and except exception except TION exception as E colon ER and printing. Okay. Now we see that it's throw the out of range, no problems. Normal flow executed. It throw the zero division error, no problem. 3 and 4 will be get executed. So this is what the advantage of an exception handling. Now let me try to execute. I'm writing L of 1 here. Okay. And I'm dividing n by divided by 5. Now in that case, what will happen? What do you thought? The normal flow one, then there is a list is 1, 2, 3, and we are accessing L of 1, which is available. So there is no error, first of all. Then in the second, we are dividing n by 5. The n is 10 divided by 5, it will 2. There is no division, zero error. So in that case, what will happen? So all things will be get executed or it will still throw an error. What do you think? Or tell me the output of this all this scenario.
Mm,
Can you predict the output line by line? Which is the first line which will get executed?
sir, like
Hmm.
the L1, the print
L of 1.
L1, yes, it will be 2,
Hmm. Then
and then print,
see the very first line will be get executed. There is no problem. So normal flow 1 is a 1 output. Second, it will go into the here and it
the
is a
1,
list. L of 1 means what?
2,
2, right? 0
2,
and 1. It will print 2,
and
then
then
normal
normal
flow
flow
2,
2,
then print 2 again
and
because 5 divided by 10 is 2.
2,
Then multiply 3 and the
2,
4. Okay.
4.
So what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
trying to explain here, see, the exception means if there is an error, then handle it. If there is no error, then there is a regular expression, like regular execution. So we feel that whenever there is a possibility to handle, there may be an error. So at that time, we are having this situation. That, see, now there is an error, but it is executed properly. Look, any kind of scenario must happen. If I'm trying to accept with 10, which is not available, both are errors. So that is also can handle. Okay. You got the concept of exception here,
Yes, sir.
right? It's very important and many of time we can use. Now, one more concept I want to explain here. See, and try to understand that. It is a part of exception only. EXP2, I am going to explain it. See, there are different types of error. A try, and let me write here expect, expect. So expect. Okay. Let me get some kind of error. I have one of the n is equal to, let's consider that I have a 5. Okay. And I want to print x is equal to n into n. And I'm trying to print here square is equal to sq2ar square colon is equal to comma x. So let me remove this try and expect first. So what do you think? What will be the error of this program? Or whether it will execute or it will throw error? Check the code carefully and try to answer it. Yes, whether this code execute or it will throw error. Hello, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's the output
Yes,
for this?
25.
How 25? If it's either 5 here, it's in
Yeah,
character,
it
no?
will. Yes,
So there is
I
an
will get that.
error called type error. It's saying they can't multiply by non-int type str. Ah, you can't multiply by string. So here is the error of type error. We have seen the index error, we have seen the type error, zero division error. So what I'm trying to explain you, like, see, there is a possibility of this. Now we know the exactly to the what kind of an error, so we can able to predict that. So this is an error of type error, right? So whenever we know particularly, yeah, this kind of maybe it throw the error called a type error, EXCEPT, except exception, sorry, not exception. You can directly write type error. So type, not type error. We know the exact error na here as it is. Getting?
Yes, sir.
This is a one. Because we know the exact, see, this is a type error, so can't multiply by equals this. Fine. But suddenly just imagine I'm running one more lines of code, and that code maybe it's kind of index error I'm going to generate here. I just want to try to explain the thing 1 comma 2 comma 3. I'm trying to explain the print of L of suppose 1 or 2. That is absolutely correct answer. But what I'm doing now is this. So if I try to execute this, both line will be get executed successfully. Square is equal to
Yes.
25 and this 3. But
It's
now
safe.
just imagine, I have an error here. I'm trying to access the 20. So now tell me, this code will be get executed or it will throw error?
So it will be executed because it's dry.
Yeah, that's only thing I'm trying to explain you. Okay. Only one second. Can come to know the exact. See, we are writing a try catch and that only we are studying. But which kind of error we handle here?
Type error.
Type error only. And which kind of error it is giving? Index
Sync.
error.
Yeah. Error.
Okay. This exception is made only for the particular type error, not for the index error. That's why throw error. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Remember this situation. But there is an option called an exception. Exception exception. If you write the exception, it will handle all kind of error. It may be index error or it may be type error. So always go with the exception because it will handle all kind of error. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will share you the all the programs. Try yourself. And tomorrow one more keyword we are going to see. Multi-try and one try with a multiple exception in the finally block. That we'll see tomorrow. Okay. But you got exact concept why we need an exception. What is an error? If you're not handling error, what will be the problem? Right? 3 points. Perfect. If you're not handling error, the problem, then all the further line will be get stopped. If handle such a kind of an error, there is a try and expect block, and the exception is all handle all kind of an error. If you specify particular error, then it will be handle only that particular errors. Yeah, fine. I'll share you all the code, practice it, and rest of thing we'll see tomorrow. Okay, bye. And same time tomorrow. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye, sir.